Hello and welcome to this channel, Redeeming Thunder. This is a channel where we speak about the future ordained spouse that's coming into your life. Yahuah is downloading several chapters now. So today we're talking about chapter 10 of the Ordained Spouse series, and this word was given to me on 9/14/2024. So if you have noticed on the channel, it went from chapter 1 to chapter 9, or excuse me, chapter 7, and then there were some status quos, sequels posted, and then it jumped all the way to chapter 19, 20, okay? That's fine. Go ahead and go in that sequence, okay? Because that's how astronomical acceleration that things are evolving on earth now, okay? So that's okay that you go and you watch those. Now, after you watch those though, then get back into sequence and start watching 8, 9, 10 and so forth up until the 19th, okay? All right, so this was a perceive Rema word, wide awake, okay? Because there is times when I receive a prophetic word regarding any series, not just for the ordained. Sometimes it's just a dream, it is a vision, or it could be only in Hebrew while praying in the spirit, Ruach HaKodesh, or sometimes it's Shamal, which means it's in the whisper, and this would be it. It's in the whisper. So he first says to you, to share to you, this is your lifeline. And then he says, baby. And then he says, Yâshaʻ. Okay? On 9/16/2024. And so what he's saying is this. Strong's H3467 for Yâshaʻ, which is a word in Hebrew. When it has an H in front of the strong number, it would be Hebrew. To be open, wide, or free. By implication, to be safe. To free at all, avenging, defend, deliver, help, preserve, persevere, rescue, be safe, bring, having salvation, get victory. Okay, then it references certain verses with that word. Deuteronomy 33:29. Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people, saved by the Yahuah, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency. And thine enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places. So it basically saying you're taking territory and you're going to be treading over their territory, okay, as they are being found as liars and schemers. So do not fear, do not be dismayed for any attacks that are coming your way when you are coming upon your future ordained spouse. There's another series that I've been talking about, is the move. Do not dismay that you are moving into the promised land. Why? Because of course the enemy wants to sway you away and put fear and doubt. Of course he wants you to put thoughts in your head like, I can handle it on my own. I'm not going to trust any other man. And I don't need saving because, the feminist mentality, okay? Or you have trust issues. Okay, because this is also, there's another series that I'm giving is regarding supernatural healing. And he's also talking about healing internally, emotional wounds on top of physical misalignments that emotional wounds caused. This is the stage where people are healing from those. Like supernaturally, like whatever, even if diabetes, okay? You just won't have it anymore. And I am living proof, confirmation, that I do not have diabetes anymore. I was pre-diabetic after pregnancy about 3 years ago. And then, like each pregnancy, it was gestational diabetes. And then after that, it was just borderline of diabetes. And then recently, around the month of November 2024, I was taking some more tests, and there was no diabetes. Okay, so that's awesome. Hallelujah. Okay, let's take the time to be grateful and we're so busy being thankful for what Yahuah is doing that we're not really stressing. Okay? Nothing is going to steal your joy or these open doors for you. And there's an open door. And it's a baby. Yahuah is calling it a baby. Now, it's not necessarily, is it a baby? Your spouse and you are going to have a baby right when you meet. Okay? It's saying you guys already have a baby. Because it's supernatural conception. Okay? If you're watching the series, there's already been a consummation of his promise of the future ordained spouse. Now, what happens with a conception? It's impregnated with the promise, pregnated with the baby, right? So now he's saying you're going to reach a point where you're going to birth the promise of your future ordained spouse. And then the baby that needs to be a newborn baby, okay, that needs to be taken care of very, very, very much delicate care, just like a newborn baby. Okay? And so he's saying in this analogy so that you can understand how it's all evolving. And he's saying that this baby, this particular future ordained spouse union is your lifeline. So there's already a plan and there's already a rescue mission. Okay? So you're not stranded, in other words. You're not all supposed to be confused or detrimentally depressed because you have nobody to help you or to love you even. Maybe you're one that has been waiting for real love. If your love language is physical affection and you haven't really been getting that, Yahuah is saying your lifeline is near. Okay? And this person is going to pay attention to your love languages. This person is going to be breathing breath of life into you. Furthermore, with some more verses here. Numbers 10:9. And if ye go to war in your land against the enemy that oppresseth you, then ye shall blow an alarm with the trumpets, and ye shall be remembered before Yahuah your Adonai, and ye shall be saved from your enemies. Hallelujah. This is needed because as you're entering your promise, he's saying even if there was war, right when it starts, it begins. Right when you guys are just joining together, even in matrimony. Because this ordained spouse, there's an end game with marriage. Okay? And it's going to be a very quick engagement, not lasting several months or even definitely not several years. Okay? So, he's saying even if you go to war in your land, the land that he gave you, and the enemy is trying to oppress you in that new land that he gave you, you know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to blow an alarm with the trumpets, and ye shall be remembered before Yahuah. Praise Yahuah in this time frame. Okay? Because praise is warfare. You call forth angels when you praise. All right, so now, furthermore, the word, it means to be saved, be delivered, to be liberated, be saved, be victorious. It does not say you get depressed now and you worry. Excuse me. It did not say, okay, I am not sick. I know in the past videos I've been doing a little cough here and there. I am not sick. It is that I have a little bit of a citrus allergy, and it is becoming more so quite evident that I do. I was in denial at first. So if I eat something, you know, that even chips, okay, because now I'm going to have to stick with just potato chips. I don't really eat chips in general, but one day I was like, you know, everybody's eating chips. I'll just eat chips. And I started eating these ranch Doritos. And then shortly after, I started coughing, doing this weird cough, this dry cough. This wouldn't go away. And then I finally looked at the label, and it did have ascorbic acid in it, or citric acid. Something else that had citric acid was an applesauce pouch. Yes, I did take a snack of my kids' puree pouches. Okay, I thought I need a snack, and I like applesauce. And then suddenly I started doing that weird cough again. So it's quite annoying, and kind of bummed out actually. So I'm going to be praying that I be supernaturally healed from this citrus allergy, because I really do love lemons and limes, and I really do love oranges. Anyways, okay, so to save from moral troubles. Hallelujah. This is just so fitting in this hour. To give victory to. Why? Why is he giving the victory to you? Let's say it was even your fault. Let's say you're not paying attention and you're not seeing the signals because you're living in the doubt. You're not you're not all in because it's never worked out for you, so you don't really feel like it's going to work out this time. It's just for everybody else, but it's not for yourself. Okay? So you're kind of living a little bit in the non-faith mode. Okay? But you love Yahuah, and you really do want to believe him. You really want to believe this is for you. Because you're so done with choosing. Okay? I'm not going to say, this is why you need to pay attention to these prophetic words. I'm not going to say that someone else is not going to go after you. Someone else is not going to be attracted to you. Of course they are. You're amazing. But is it the one, though? Is it the one? You know, the enemy's not going to send ugly fellows. He's going to send handsome ones. But is it the one, though? Is it the one? Is it the one that Yahuah told you? Stick to the plan, okay? So he's saying he wants to deliver. He wants to save. And you know how he's going to do it? He's going to do it through the person, the future ordained spouse that's supposed to save you. He's going to show you his love and his everlasting, unconditional love and patience. And he's going to show you that through this person. So that's all I got for this chapter 10. And so don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to partner with us, it's in the description. And I will see you on chapter 11. Shalom.